People should know more about Serbia. Yes, welcome to Serbia. My favorite street. You don't know that Niš has a jazz museum.
Sa sira I sajvar.
Granata pravi Borbata.
Cute little villages on a cute little road. Contemporary church. Very big bakery. This train is the cutest thing ever I've seen in Serbia. Višegrad. Not the most romantic place to have a rest. So she just made friends. This is how you travel with a dog with a minivan. So our trip to the Western Balkans is starting today. We just started 30 minutes ago from Stara Zagora. We are on the highway. Our dog is inside. Weather is great. Just past Sofia and we are direction to the Bulgarian-Serbian border. We just crossed the border with Serbia and yes, welcome to Serbia. This tunnel is like out of this world. Proper light. Roads are very good. And we are parking in the green zone, but it's after 9, so we are not paying. That's a tip from the owner of our accommodation. We're in the city center. That's a nice green park. On the other side is the fortress. That's River Nishava. Now we are crossing Nishava, going to the fortress. Interesting fact about the fortress is that it is open 24/7. It's basically a park. Throughout the day it's booming with tourists. Once a year there is a jazz festival called Nishville.
They said that the Constantine the Great was born here.
Oh yeah, true. The Romans go home.
It says Romans go home. No, it doesn't.
My only negative impression of the city for now is the amount of stray dogs.
There's also no pass. You have an entrance of a residential building, and that was probably the whole entrance, but someone built their kiosk there.
First morning in Serbia. Now we're having our touristic time, going to a museum, Skull Tower. Decided first to have some more filling breakfast. Panički looks great. Mekike. Mekike is like language in Bulgarian. Какво са пирошките?
Sa sira I sajvar.
Homemade vibes. And we got this yogurt. I thought it's an ayran, but actually it's a yogurt. Very dense. Bought tickets for the tower, Ćele kula, 300 dinar per person. It used to be a gunpowder tower and there was battle with the Ottomans there and soldiers at the end decided to sacrifice their lives and they put the tower in flames.
They got lost.
This one is very scary. We just finished with the Skull Tower and we're gonna go to the house back. My impression is fixed now. Niš city of dogs. It's a pride. They just walk around.
They're all very beautiful.
That's the house we're staying. It was very nice and cozy. Now outside is raining terribly. I think it's time to go. After Alexi nuts, we took off the highway and now we are on a very small road since we passed through some very nice Serbian villages. So if you're curious how we travel with a dog, this is how. It rained, then it stopped, it was windy, now it's very sunny, and there is this contemporary church being built in more traditional style. And we just decided, okay, now weather is nice, let's stop here, have a bit of rest, and we continue. Stop here next to
think they opened this place in '92. Back then it was super cool. It was the most chic place in town, and since then they didn't move anything.
We should give it a review.
Yes.
That place was cool. It's a hostel for €7 a night and a restaurant which was very authentic. And it's time to continue because still 2 more hours to go to Mokra Gora. So we just passed through Čačak. That's the river Murava. Here in Serbia went from the parking lot, some music like this is playing. Also, you know that you're at the Balkans when you see car window fixed with some plastic bag. After this big road trip, we arrived. That's the house. I think the big feature of this apartment is the big living room.
And there are some Hungarian TV channels.
Are you tired? Šargan 8 with a dog. So that's the train, the Šargan 8. We just arrived 10:20 and they're starting in 10 minutes. And thankfully they let us take the Toshi. So they asked how big is it, and then I had to lift it and the lady just kind of did that. I said okay, last wagon and you can go. So basically the trip is 2 hours, it's a round trip and we're gonna have plenty of stops. This is how I'm planning to travel with him. This train is the cutest thing ever I've seen in Serbia.
Very alpine.
Well, people should know more about Serbia. Especially when it's raining, I think it's the perfect way to explore. 40 minutes into the train ride, we arrive in Šargan Sea, which is also the final stop of this round trip. 5-10 minutes break, and then we are traveling back. The train is quite full actually, so even for such weather. Very funny discovery, some type of rail bike. Somewhere in the middle of the road we are making another break. These things are actually rails, and these are these blocks that they put between the rails. Now is the second stop on the way back. Conclude the trip, the train ride. In total it was 2 hours, 20 minutes. I think that's also the restaurant. We're gonna have lunch. This restaurant Osmica. Just finishing our meal. It's called Šargansko Osmica restaurant, and it has some very cool dish. And now we are going. Parking of Mečavnik or Drvengrad. That's the town built by Kusturica for his movie Life is a Miracle, and it remains here as a touristic site. First impression is that it's a bit chaotic. Some guy just run after us and say, "Hey, your ticket!" And but there are a lot of construction works left and right. It's noisy, it's muddy. There is a small market, exhibition grounds. This is kind of cool. streets here are named after very famous people, probably dear to Kusturica. Branislav Nušić, Andrei Tarkovsky Street. So we have Gagarin, Pelé, Bruce Lee, and Che Guevara. Funny the mix of people. I mean, why they decided, and also... Što plačeš, Toši? Jazzy here. National Restaurant Lotika. It's one in these wooden houses. I love the colors. Very actively working on the set, as if they're gonna start filming in a week. Lepo pravo! Da, da! Super! And in the middle of this noise, we have this church. It's like the most of the things here made out of wood, and it smells amazing, this wood. I think it's really like a film set. Something's being done.
Realistic.
Yeah. I think the view is very cool. If you are already around, pay €2, come and see it. Kind of a checkbox. Of course, no need to plan more than half an hour here.
I think we can go.
I also think so. I think we also maxed it out. Cross the border. Serbia with actually Serbia. My first impression is that it looks like Serbia. And it's also in Cyrillic, which is cool, for me at least. And also very mountainous. Višegrad has the feeling of some smaller town in the mountains. Just parked here the car, so she's coming with us for a walk. Which is the wooden city. We came to the Andrićgrad, which is a stone city. Over there is the Ivo Andrić Institute. Here there is a statue of Tesla. They also have street of Thomas Mann.
Thomas Mann?
Yes, Thomas Mann. Let's look a bit like copy of something traditional stuff. So let's go back, drink something, and then we can go on this promenade to the car. They also have some mašica. Definitely makes sense to stop in Višegrad if you're traveling from West Serbia to Sarajevo, just on the way. You can check it for an hour and continue. Sun is shining, the weather is sweet. In an hour and a half we will be in Sarajevo.